The night shift at St. Grace Memorial Hospital always had a strange quietness to it, the kind that hums beneath fluorescent lights and whispers down long, sterile hallways. Dr. Ethan Cole, 38, was one of the hospital's most respected surgeons, brilliant, confident, but lately, something darker had grown inside him. His confidence had turned into arrogance, and his compassion into cold indifference. That night, as the rain lashed against the windows and thunder cracked like a warning from above, a trembling woman was brought into the ER. Lucy Harper, 27. Her pale skin glistened with sweat, her voice barely a whisper. "Please. I can't breathe right," she said, clutching her chest. "It feels like something's wrong inside." Dr. Cole glanced at the chart, unimpressed. "You're hyperventilating," he muttered. "Anxiety. Happens all the time." The nurse beside him, Nina, frowned. "Doctor, her heart rate's erratic." But Ethan waved her off. "She's fine. Probably panicking over nothing. Give her something mild to relax." Lucy's eyes filled with tears. "Please, doctor. It's not in my head." Ethan sighed, his tone sharp. "Then maybe it's in your imagination." He chuckled to himself, signing her release form. Lucy looked up at him, terrified and humiliated. The nurse helped her out of the room, glaring back at Ethan. If this story shocks you, take a moment right now to like this video, comment, share it with others, and subscribe to Moral Avenue. Together, we can remind the world that empathy is not weakness, it's what keeps us human. Dr. Cole had seen too much suffering over the years. Somewhere along the way, he'd stopped seeing people and started seeing cases. He was known for joking about dramatic patients and calling panic attacks Oscar-worthy performances. His colleagues laughed uneasily, but none dared correct him. He saved lives, and that power made him untouchable. But deep down, Ethan's arrogance masked exhaustion, sleepless nights, a broken marriage, and a heart numbed by repetition. Lucy Harper's case? Forgotten within an hour. Until 2 days later, when a call shattered that calm veneer. Lucy had been found collapsed in her apartment. By the time paramedics arrived, she was gone. The cause? An undiagnosed heart valve defect, one that could have been treated if someone had listened. The hospital buzzed with whispers. Nina couldn't hide her anger. "She begged you, Ethan," she said coldly in the staff room. "You laughed." Ethan stared at the report, his hand trembling slightly. It was an honest mistake. But the words echoed hollowly. He told himself to move on. Doctors lose patience. It's part of the job. But that night, as he tried to sleep, her words replayed in his mind. "It's not in my head." He started hearing phantom monitors beeping in the dark. His chest felt tight. His breath caught. Anxiety, maybe. He laughed bitterly. Irony at its cruelest. Days later, during surgery, the room began to blur. The scalpel trembled in his hand. Sweat dripped from his forehead. "Dr. Cole," the nurse asked, "are you all right?" He forced a smile. "Just tired." But that night, he collapsed in the locker room, clutching his own chest, the same fear Lucy had described. He was rushed to the ER. And the irony was brutal. He was no longer the doctor. He was the patient. The same room, the same bed, the same beeping monitor. But this time, Dr. Ethan Cole lay under the fluorescent lights, pale, gasping, powerless. A new young doctor entered, scrolling through his chart. She said casually. "Looks like panic. Probably stress-related." Ethan's eyes widened. No, it's more than that. Please, check my heart." She smirked faintly. "Relax, doctor. You'll be fine." He froze. Her tone was identical to his own that night. "Please," he whispered, his voice cracking. "It's not in my head." But the words fell into the same cold void he once created for others. Then came the darkness. When Ethan woke, he was in recovery, alive, but shaken to the core. The tests revealed something undeniable, a congenital valve defect. The same condition Lucy Harper had died from. The irony pierced deeper than any scalpel. Ethan's career changed after that night. He returned to work, but not as the same man. He listened. He cared. He apologized not for the mistake, but for the arrogance that had blinded him. He funded a new wing in Lucy Harper's name, the listening room for patients who just needed to be heard before being treated. Yet sometimes, late at night, he still hears the faint echo of her voice in the halls. "Please, doctor. It's not in my head." And every time he hears it, he answers softly, "I'm listening now." But just as peace begins to settle back into his life one stormy night, his monitor beeps irregularly again. He sits up in bed, breathing hard. Not again. The screen flashes red. The same diagnosis. The same pain. But this time, no one's there to hear him. To be continued. Moral: the pain you ignore today may one day be your own. If this story shook you, make sure to subscribe to Moral Avenue, where we uncover the truth behind karma, kindness, and the human heart. Please take a moment to like this video, share it with friends, subscribe to Moral Avenue, and leave a comment below. Before we end, what would you have done if you were Dr. Ethan Cole that night? Thank you for watching Moral Avenue.